Oh, good morning, Tony Lyall.
Good morning, G-Lane. It's a somber day, sad day. A black fog hangs over New Zealand, of course, as we mourn the loss of maybe our greatest ever New Zealander, Sir Sam Neill.
That's right. Did you ever work with him or cross paths with him?
I don't even know if I've seen him in real life.
Yeah, I was raking through my archive in my head, wondering if I'd been to an event or been anywhere near him, and I could put a post up just to munch some of that morning mana.
It was Mana Munch Central last night of everyone trying to loosely connect their thread back to him. I'm sure I've maybe seen him. I worked for the project for many years, and he would have come in there a dozen times. So I'm sure I would have crossed paths with him there at some stage. But It's not about us. It's about him. What a legacy. What a legend. I mean, The Hunt for Red October, Jurassic Park, The Piano, Hunt for the Wilder People, Peaky Blinders. It's an outrageous list.
Peaky Blinders was his creepiest one, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I kind of like it when a guy like that who's kind of universally beloved just goes and turns a bit heel on it and is like, you know what, I'll be a bit of a scoundrel here.
However, there's one. I read his book actually recently. Is it something you might not have heard this? It's a good book, but he talks about one particular movie and he really brushes over it.
Yeah.
And that is the worst movie he's ever done that he refuses to do any media for or talk about. And also quite topical because back when there was some really bad PR floating around Sepp Blatter and FIFA and corruption and everything else, in their infinite wisdom, they decided to commission a feature film about FIFA and how great it is.
So FIFA produced this movie?
Correct. At a cost of tens of millions of dollars. So obviously all the money they make from all these World Cups, they spend on obviously to grow the game and to grow their own image.
Well, I mean, it's all one and the same, isn't it? You're growing FIFA, you're growing the game. Ipso facto, doesn't matter how you clean that money up.
So but obviously FIFA dictated the storyline and how everyone was portrayed. It was called United Passions.
Which sounds like something I might watch on VHS when I was sort of 16 years old, and we might pass around the boys for sort of a week at a time, United Passions.
And it's certainly not that. It is still regarded potentially, not only by Sam Neill, but by the Globe as the worst movie ever made. He plays Juan Havelange, which is the Brazilian president, the seventh
president of FIFA, if I'm not mistaken.
But he was the Brazilian one. He was the one that first brought in sponsorship, and he hired a commercial director by the name of Sepp Blatter to go and
a young gun
to go and do deals with Coke and Adidas and actually commercialize the World Cup, actually sell the TV rights. He was the one. So anyway, Sam Neill played one Havelange in that, and I
mean, you have to imagine he had a devastating payday for that one. If you're getting it straight from FIFA. I mean, you probably just get an account, a Swiss account set up in your name, right? And you go, hey, look in there. You don't have to pay tax on that. That's all just sitting there waiting for you. Whenever you want to open it, feel free to open a winery in the South Island with everything that's in there.
That's pretty much what he says in his book.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much what he says in his book. That there was other people in this movie that were quite well known. Gerard Depardieu.
Oh, Gerard Depardieu.
He was in it. There was some other quite big names, including Tim Roth.
Wow.
Was in it. Every single one of them refused to do any media around it.
And that's when you know you're getting a massive payday. And you've also signed a pretty watertight contract when you're saying, I'll be in it, that's fine, but I'm not doing the publicity. Because normally that's part of the contract you sign when you're doing one of these, is that you'll do a X amount of promo days.
Yes.
And you'll carry on sort of talking about it. But obviously, just do it in gap.
Some of the reviews are hilarious. You've got United Passions. Go and check it out. But probably not. I mean, he probably did a great work on it.
Watch Jurassic Park today.
Oh, okay,
don't watch United Passions today.
No, I mean, it's a body of work.
Yeah, go watch Sleeping Dogs. Honor him in one of his best works. Start there, and then maybe in a week's time, check out United Passions.
I was thinking, when I was raking over my inner memory around how I could relate myself to Sam Neill, I did come up with the fact that my first major sexual awakening involved a film he was in.
Is that Sirens?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, is it?
At that scene in the creek, the water hole.
Yeah. There's a few, and I just love the part about him, how he just looks so ordinary. I just don't think you get a Sam Neill in 2026. To be in Jurassic Park, you've got to be, who's the new guy in Jurassic Park? the Lego guy.
Not Hemsworth.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. You've got to be Chris Pratt. You've got to have abs. You've got to have, you could basically got to be Superman to be in one of these movies. Is Sam Neill just an unassuming dude, not a super hunk, just like a legitimately good actor.
From Dunners,
a nice guy. And he gets in to be in Jurassic Park, the biggest blockbuster ever at the time. And it just doesn't happen like that anymore.
And he got to hang out with a topless Elle Macpherson.
I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah.
What a life.
What a life.
And now he was hanging out with pigs down there, whipping up some wines and just being an all-round good guy.
So, R.I.P.
Yep.
Sam Neill.
Big R.I.P.
Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, the agenda for Tuesday, the 14th of July.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Right, the mind games have started.
They
Lyall.
certainly have.
Rieko Ioane. Want to go Ioane?
Yeah, pulling him in. He's been pulled into the All Blacks squad. Of course, there's a couple of injuries. I think Fingy, I'm having a stroke over here. Fingy Anangofo and Leroy Carter, not necessarily written off, but just under injury clouds. And so they've said, hey, we'll bring Rieko in. And this is that sort of one where, were there other players maybe that they might have got in ahead of Rieko? Potentially. But because it's Ireland, you have to do it.
Yeah, there's a few other injuries before that count out a few of the other wingers as well. So, but I mean, I didn't even know Rieko was in the country.
Well, I think because I was surprised that people were upset he wasn't named in the team to start with. I thought, he's off. It's an NZR sanctioned sabbatical for Leinster, but I just didn't know. I thought, I don't know. I think there's other players who maybe have it over him. But I just think it's a genius move. Of course, he gets under their skin. He's in their heads.
Yeah.
The Irish. He's sort of and now that he's been over there, he's been doing recon. He's been learning about them. He's been looking at them from the inside out. So I think he's the perfect player to pull in. And I'd go one further and I'd chuck him in the 23. I'd happily have him on the bench. Yeah, 100%. I don't mind him coming off, getting under their skin. He'd have something to say. It's just the perfect rattler for this Irish team as they look to dispel the All Blacks at the Fortress. I just think it's the ace up the sleeve or the joker up the sleeve.
Also, I am enjoying Dave Rennie. He mentioned that, as soon as they had their leadership meeting, they pulled him in and just grilled him about Irish rugby.
Yeah.
But then I noticed, is Dave Rennie turning into either a kiwi fruit or a tennis ball?
Oh, what do you mean?
Because he's growing a beard.
Yeah.
But the beard is the same length as his hair, and it's all frizzed out, and he just looks like he's turning into the tennis ball or kiwi fruit.
He's going sort of castaway style when your hair all grows at the same length as each other.
Yeah.
You want to have one longer than the other, be it a longer beard and shorter hair, or when it's the same length, it's caveman-esque.
Yeah, because he looked, and they cut back to the last time he played at Eden Park, and he coached the Australians who copped a hiding at Eden Park.
Yeah.
And he was clean shaven and it looked like clean cut. And they cut to him at his stand-up press conference. It looked like he'd just been dragged out of a bush backwards.
Well, maybe he's trying to channel sort of a Willie Apiata vibe,
maybe.
Not clean cut Willie Apiata when he's accepting the awards. It's the one when you see him over there in Afghanistan and
everyone's got a helmet and he hasn't.
Yeah, and he's just an absolute hot chunk of meat. And maybe that's what he's going for. He's trying to be rugged. Maybe the mind games have started from him as well. He's saying, look, listen, this is how much I care. I've stopped caring after my personal health. I'm not doing grooming anymore because I'm just up watching old tape.
So focused on the game.
Yeah, I'm going to wreak havoc on these Guinness drinking potato eaters.
And dog roll.
Is that racist?
Yeah, not really. I think you can say potato eaters. Don't call them spud fuckers though. That's what Matt Heath called them, spud fuckers.
Yeah.
Didn't go down that well.
Well, and if you're going to have sex with a vegetable, don't start with a spud.
Yeah, well, baked.
True, maybe a gratin. That would be nice if it had a lot of cheese in there.
Gratin? Is it a gratin?
Yeah, it might be a gratin. Thinly sliced.
Yeah.
You've got some sort of cheese in there as well. Creamy bake. I wouldn't mind that.
What about mash?
Let it cool.
Mash?
No, I don't really find Finn that attractive.
Okay. So the team's going to be out on Thursday. Apparently Luke Jacobson and Patrick Tuapolo to Evan Charlton, One News, will both be available for this weekend.
Yeah, they're tracking well from injuries, which you never really know what that means. If they're definitely not playing, but I just don't want to let anyone know what's going on, or will they actually be there? And
Dog roll,
he's out. Dog roll is out for the South Africa tour. Oh. That back surgery must have done an absolute number on him. He's been out all season. And I do wonder if it's that one when he goes, you know what, I'm just going to let you guys gel, and I'll come back at the back end of the tour for the Northern Tour.
You don't want to rush back from a back injury.
No,
it's surgery.
It's
anyway.
pretty aggressive. And I mean, I've seen some videos of him. He's vlogging, which is pretty hilarious because for a man who's not necessarily known for his personality, he's got a couple of gags in there.
Well, I mean,
he's doing some jokes.
His brother's doing some good work on the golf course.
Yeah,
When Geordie Barrett plays golf, he brings an entire content team with him.
Well, he's got
drones and cameramen and all sorts.
A golf dedicated Instagram page.
Well, I reckon Dog Roll needs to get into his fishing content because obviously he's a big fisherman. He's got quite a decent boat that he takes off Taranaki there. He should open it. He should just borrow. Maybe him and Geordie should just go halves in the content crew, and they should just go out fishing.
Any All Black should be focusing 100% of their time on what they're going to be doing after they're an All Black, and that is setting yourself up, which I think Geordie's doing. He's like, cool, I'm going to be a golf content creator.
Bodie's got his wine.
Bodie's got his wines, and just generally being sort of a bougie character. He'll be at Louis Vuitton shows. He'll be sort of doing the Dan Carter thing.
Yeah.
He'll be the one who's walking the ball out at the Rugby World Cup in 15 years' time. So he can sort of go that way into the celebrity world. Geordie can go into the golf content creation, and your Dog Roll, maybe it is fishing and hunting and that sort of thing.
Or agriculture. He is a pin-up boy for agriculture, though. Dog Roll. He's all over the place when it comes to advertising some sort of fertilizer,
always.
Some sort of mastitis cure for cows, and farmware as well. I've seen a lot of farmware and farm solar.
The solar ad with the three Barretts and their dad could be the greatest ad on television.
You know what? That's the first ad I've seen with athletes and former athletes in it that does not cringy.
No, it's actually quite wholesome, and they all do quite a nice turn.
Yeah.
I think the only other one I can think of is the Stephen Adams, That's Quite Good Milk.
Yeah.
Because it's full tongue in cheek.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. He's winking at the camera. Anytime when they're trying to be earnest, forget about it. We're done. Because
Smiley is the star of that one.
He's got a big wink in his eye, and I have to wonder what the monetary split, not to be gross about it, but did they get a sort of a quarter each, or was Smiley like, listen, who did they approach first?
I reckon Smiley's like, boys, we're doing an ad. It's for me. You're making a lot of money right now. I didn't make a lot of money back then. Come into the kitchen. They'll tell you what to say. I'm the star of this ad.
Yeah.
I fed you. I brought you up.
Everything you've got is because of me.
Correct.
I famously said, I'm going to go off and make a couple of All Blacks. I made 3. Yep. I made you what you are. Hey, your lovely house in Mungawhai Heads, Bodie?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have it with me, so
Shut
give me
the
Shut the fuck up and
sit there.
Talk about solar panels. And when we're done, maybe I'll throw you a
solar panel
or a bottle of wine to add to the collection.
Surely, that's the way.
Well,
I mean, if I had my kids, if that ever happened with my kids, I'd be like, I'm not paying you. I'm just basically.
Well, actually, upon saying the Mungawhai Heads house, I actually might have seen a post from Bodie where he's got a full solar kit to heat the pool. So maybe that was the payoff. You suss your house for solar, and I'll pop on the TV with my dad and my brothers.
In other rugby news, the New Zealand under-20s out of the World Cup. Is that every year, the under-20s tournament?
Certainly seems to be often a version of it at the very least. But yeah, right at the last sort of 76th minute in that semi-final, with the French scoring kind of a try from the ends of the earth to take that one, and that sends the old Baby Blacks to play England in the 3rd and 4th playoff, who had a little bit of a drama of their own. One of their players delivering a devastating headbutt on the ground to one of the South African players in the semi-final. And they're saying they should ban him for life. But I mean, come on now.
You can't call them Baby Blacks as well. Have you seen the size of them?
Yeah, it does seem vaguely racist, doesn't it, to call them Baby Blacks?
And as the time of recording, Black Caps West Indies, all out for 138.
Yeah, it's a true punisher.
Annie Lennox got a 5 for
19 runs, 8 overs, 5 wickets. That's not bad for old Annie Lennox.
Yeah. So from the sublime to the ridiculous for West Indies, because they pumped us over the weekend by 7 wickets easily, and then they're all out for 138. As time of recording, we're 88 for 3. So Mitchell's on 26, Latham on 13. So we're probably going to wrap that up.
Yeah, I'd say knowing sort of some of those Windies boys, I imagine they're just throwing it up at the moment, saying, "All right, guys, can we've actually got a discotheque to hit, so if you could just slap this out of the park, so we can be done with this."
And quite big on their bridge that's nearby the stadium, aren't they?
Half of the game is just images of this bridge.
It's a good bridge.
Boats going under the bridge. Don't get me wrong.
It's a good bridge.
I'm as autistic as the next guy when it comes to bridges. I don't mind looking at them. I like it. It goes up and down. A boat goes under it. I get it. but there's only so many minutes I can spend watching the bridge.
Right. We've got a special guest coming into the studio, Tony Lyall.
We do. He's massive.
Yeah, he is a big unit. Tom Vodanovich. I'll probably cock that name up a number of times while saying it. Tom Vodanovich.
Oh, no, I reckon you'll get it right.
You reckon? I don't know.
In fact, I bet you'll get it right.
Vodanovich. So former Tall Black. Does he still play for the Tall Blacks? I don't know if he does or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he does so much anymore, but he's been all around the place, played for the Breakers.
Yeah.
He's played
Sydney,
played
Tasmania.
in the Philippines. Yeah, he's got a couple of championships as well. So, yeah, he knows a thing or two about basketball.
And he's currently playing for the Auckland Tuatara, who are near the top of the table. I think they're just second to the Southland Sharks. We've got him to have a quick chat about what's going on in the season so far. We chat about the Rapid League, which I'm a bit confused about, between the difference between that and the Sales NBL.
Yeah, there's a bit going on with the Rapid League, but I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it to him to break down.
Yeah, and he's got a drinking game to show us, apparently.
Not a drinking game.
Rightio, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome into the Agenda podcast Tom Vodanovich from the Tuatara. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. Thank you very much for having me.
No
Good
worries.
to be here.
Obviously played for the Tall Blacks as well.
Yep.
In the basketball. How's the season going?
Going really well. Yeah, it's had a bit of a blemish last weekend, but yeah, on a bit of a winning streak and looking good up the top. But some big games to play, and hopefully we can take care of business at the end of the season.
What's the quality like of the competition, the Sales NBL? Like, what are we talking? Is it rough and rugged? Is it a fast? Like, for those who might not know much about it, can you give us a bit of an overview?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. Historically there was sort of those top teams that would sit up the top every year, and but now they've sort of all leveled out. There's really, really good competition. So, but there's some fast teams, and then there's some bruising teams, and then there's some that have a combination of both.
And the Tuatara?
Oh, we've got some age in our team, man. So we're definitely a bit slower. But we bang. We make sure we take care of business.
Yeah, well, I see some veterans in there like yourself, and you've got Rob Lowe in there as well, holding it down. I mean, there must be a little bit of craft going on to keep these young guys in check. Yeah,
no, we're very lucky with our young guys. We got 3 or 4 still in school, so I mean, when I was at school, we had no talent, man. We were just running around. So it's cool to see these young guys coming up. But yeah, I mean, for these kids to have people like Rob Lowe playing in the team with them and learning from it's pretty epic. They're lucky.
Well, you got Harper Wilson. Is he in the Tuatara? Son of Jeff Wilson.
Yep.
He's year 13 at Westlake.
Yeah,
and playing for the Tuatara. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, we have to steal him from first 15 at Westlake.
I was about to ask that. Is he like his dad? Does he do sort of 3 or 4 different sports?
He's in the first 15, the senior A, and our Tuatara team. So we get him when we can. He's obviously a busy young lad. So yeah, but awesome to have him.
Yeah. Awesome. Can you tell us also a little bit, because we've got the Sales NBL, which I used to be, I'm going to throw it out there, I used to be the Canterbury Ram. I was Rambo.
I can see that.
I was Rambo and the Canterbury Rams back in, it would have been 1998, 99 season.
Yep.
And I nearly died as Rambo, because back then the mascot costume was basically a woolen underlay that someone had taken off their bed and sewn into a
shape of a person.
Shape of a person, and then probably about a 10 kg ram head made out of paper mache on top, and then a singlet. And I was just given it, and so I'd just go hype the crowd up. And then one night they got the trampoline out and said, "Can you do some dunks at halftime? Can I dunk at halftime?" And I remember pre-game I actually practiced, and I managed to get one in. Like with the trampoline, it's pretty easy. With a ram's head on, quite tough. And that night, it was the 70s theme, so everyone in the crowd was dressed up in 70s. So I had this huge medallion around my neck. So I went up, I bounced too high, I went above the rim, and I came down, and my medallion got caught in the ring, and around the ring, and then the net, and I was basically hanging from the rim. Everyone thought it was all part of the show, and meanwhile, Rambo was being hung.
It certainly puts a damper on the evening when at halftime there's a sort of, I don't know, execution of a mascot.
But the thing is, everyone was laughing and everything, and fucking thank God the chain gave way, and I fell to the ground on my back, winded, waved to the crowd. Just went backstage, vomited some blood, and carried on.
So I guess the question is, have you ever seen a mascot be hung at halftime?
I haven't, no, but there's still time. Hopefully I've got a few more years. But surely there were still cameras back then, right?
Yeah,
so we need footage.
You must have scoured the earth for this footage.
Mate, I did. I don't think they were covered. I think one game was covered a weekend when
probably.
it was out with the Canterbury Rams. Because the person who got me into it, he was the actual coach, and he was a lecturer at university who got me into it, and he actually had to play as well. It was one of those things where he came off the bench. Yeah, anyway, they were good times. But can you talk to me about the Rapid League as well? Because I'm getting a bit confused because I go on to my Sky Sport and I see Sal's NBL, then I got Rapid League. I was like, and then I put it on Rapid League and it looks pretty similar. You got the Tuatara playing. I'm like, well, which is which? But this is a big innovation, in New Zealand around, speaking of younger players anyway.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think when it was first coming in, it was all a bit of like, how are we going to fit that in during normal teams warm-ups, and will it be a bit of a pain, and will people be able to get organised for what you consider the main game? But I think it's been awesome.
Effectively, what is it though?
Effectively, it's all the bench players, no imports can play, no starters can play. So they can have up to 7, I think. If you're at home, you can have more. 4 4-minute quarters, which means it's fast. It's no timeout, player timeouts only, so the players can call 1 timeout per half.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just quick, and it basically gives all those young guys a chance to get out and show what they can do, prove to their coaches they're ready for it, but without being in that big, a bit of a smaller crowd, bit of a smaller environment. But we've watched some of our young players come through the Rapid and now playing big minutes in our games and doing really, really well. And it's it boosts the confidence of these young kids, gets these coaches confident with the players, and it's been sweet.
And you actually get to play right as well. You're not just going there riding the pine,
handing out water bottles.
Water bottles, and you go, how was the weekend? You go, oh, it's pretty average actually. And you get a bit disillusioned with the whole sport, and you go, actually I might go try something else, or go work at sales or something like this. So it's nice to have them in there.
Exactly. It stops them going out the night before, I think, too. If they know they're just going to sit on the pine, and, now they're, I've got to play 16 minutes before the game starts. So it changes things a little bit, Oh,
but it's worked, though, isn't it? Because you look at our under-17s, was it last year or the year before, came 4th in the Worlds? I mean, it just shows that, developing these young players, giving them some court time, giving them some experience actually works. Yeah. And we're the only country in the world that's developed this. It's like a very New Zealand thing,
Yeah, it's awesome. It's I think it was a great innovation. It's helped the league. It's, brought a lot of people come and watch the Rapid League because their kids are playing in it, but they probably wouldn't have come watched in the normal game because they know they're not getting minutes. So but we've got some incredible talent, youth in New Zealand, and it'll be cool to see, how it projects later when we've got all these kids now confident and playing at a younger age. They're doing a lot better.
Yeah, you played college football over in the States as well, didn't you?
Basketball, yep.
Basketball. I played college
That'll
basketball.
Be hard, man.
College football, no. What's the path like for it? Because basketball's massive, man. My kids are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's like there's not enough courts on the North Shore at the moment to actually fulfill the amount of kids who want to play. What's the path for a kid who wants to make it? Is it Tuatara? Is it the Breakers, or is it going over and playing in the States with college basketball?
Yeah, I think there's no probably perfect path nowadays. With people will go, you have to go to college, or you can go play professional and straight away instead of having to NBA. Now you used to have to do 1 year at college. Now you don't. Now you can go do something else first and then head over there. But I think for the youth in New Zealand, for me personally, that trip over to America for 4 years was probably the highlight of my career. It was amazing. You learn so much. You get out of the nest. When I came back, my first year as a pro was easy. I was easy in a sense of I was comfortable leaving home. I was comfortable doing everything because you played this competitive basketball in a sort of crazy environment. Nowadays, with the Rapid League, maybe not so much as a trajectory for a professional career, but it's a great opportunity for kids to play. But for me personally, I think getting over to college, if you can, now there's way more avenues to do it. When I went over there was probably only a handful of people in America, Kiwis in America, playing college ball. But now, most conferences will have a Kiwi in them or thereabouts anyway. So,
did you leave with a degree when you left?
I did, yeah.
What do you got a degree in?
Sports and recreation management.
Oh, that's great stuff. One of the great degrees.
It's one of those ones you either do communications, or, and I went in as a business major. I watched some of my roommates battle through their courses. Yeah. Now, I would have had to do that while doing 5 hours of basketball a day, and I chose to have a little bit of fun at college instead of punishing myself through 4 years. Now, in hindsight, probably should have stuck to business.
You're young.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So,
I imagine you had a whale of a fun. The culture over there, especially with basketball, is huge as well. Probably a few sort of frat parties, that sort of thing that you got involved in. Anything you can divulge?
I can neither confirm. My school had big frat and like sorority life, but they're quite particular about what the athletes and frat boys don't always merge, So we had lots of fun.
Yeah.
Tried to stay away from the frat parties, but it was awesome.
One of the great answers, can I just say?
How do you get a scholarship? Do you put it over to the States and play and play college ball? Do you put a Skype reel together? Do you have an agent? How does it all work?
I think nowadays there's agents, but when I was going, I sort of went a bit of a stranger. I had a junior Tall Blacks tournament in China. Okay. There was a USA team there. Their coach quite liked how I played, so I got approached to go join a prep school over in Cleveland.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter, I did 4 months just outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Terrible place to be stuck for lots of snow, but yeah, it really worked. We had 2 showcases over there, and I managed to get 3 different offers to Division 1 schools. So, I was lucky and had, but getting over there in front of the coaches was my sort of route. Whereas kids now, with all the technology and films and, you got athletes posting their own highlights online and then sending that out to coaches, where I was sending DVDs back in the day. You were getting clipped and sending them over. I'm not that old, but there was no media sharing like that.
The barrier to entry, you've got to trust the coach receives it in the post, opens up the letter, and then puts it in their DVD player, as opposed to just send them on the phone. They can just go, this guy's pretty handy here. We might get him over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I was stoked, and from sort of when I was over there, it definitely has just got a lot easier. I'm not saying it was really hard for me, but different way to get there. Whereas, now kids, with more or less every second week, we have one of our young players announcing that they've got over to college or they're heading over to school. So it's exciting.
And you have bounced around a bit since then. I mean, a couple of seasons over in Aussie, and then bounced around even in New Zealand. Is that sort of the reality of it in the Philippines as well? Like just sort of taking it year by year and just popping up where you can and hoping you end up in a place like the Tuatara?
I've had a very interesting career. I think I had a development player year in the NBL after my first New Zealand league, and then got lucky enough to get a 1-year deal from there. But then after that, you got no deal again, But then COVID hit. So then came out of COVID and, had to sort of figure out where we were based. Met my wife in the middle of all this. Now she's making all my decisions. So
that happens.
But then I was sort of waiting to the last minute a lot of the times to find these jobs, but it's worked out well. Won a couple of championships.
I was going to say, because you've won a few championships along the way, so you've managed to go to a team that's been on the up and up a couple of times.
Yeah, well, both. One, I got an injury replacement year in Sydney when my boy Xavier Cooks got injured, and then did well enough that year to get another year with them, another 1-year contract, and then we won that championship. After that, I came home to the Breakers. We went to Game 5, nearly with Sydney again, and nearly got that one. And then I went to the Philippines, which was an awesome experience. Just great, get out and test out a new market. And
some of the biggest basketball fans in the world, the Philippines.
Yeah, and it was awesome. We loved it. Real competitive. Didn't last too long there. You're playing against ex-NBA dudes who just go and get a big bag of money from over there. So, but then came back and joined Tas. Was lucky enough to get asked by Mick of Vakona, was over with Tasmania, and asked me to come and fill in for someone there who got injured, and managed to battle through there and get another championship.
Yeah.
So. And got married the day before the last game, actually. So it was hectic few years.
Who set that up? Surely you have a look at the schedule and you go, listen, I might be busy on this.
Tom's not making the decisions anymore, Tom. Did you not hear him, Tony?
No,
how did you work that? Did you hit the sack immediately after the first dance? Or
what happened? Because since I went to the Philippines, we thought this is a perfect time. No basketball. I'll be back for this time. We'll book the wedding then, just before the New Zealand League starts. Yeah. But then when that Philippine season ended early, and Tassie called, I was telling Mika, bro, I need to be back by at the latest this date. And then, we made the semis. Okay. If we win this, I'll still have time. And then, now we're in the grand final. If this goes to game 5, I'm stuffed.
You must have been like, we've got to get it done early, boys. We can't go to game 5.
Keeps on going. Jack McVeigh had a game-winning half-court shot in game 3 to keep us in it. And then I'm like, oh, no. So I actually missed game 5. My wedding was the day after Game 5, so I'm home with 100 of my relatives and pissed family and friends watching
on the
Game
phone.
5 of this. It was an emotional couple of days. I tell you, 2 rings in a couple of days, but it just adds to my weird little career that bouncing around. But I've been blessed with some really cool teammates and good places. So it's been awesome.
Oh, awesome, Tom Vodanovich. Let's talk though. We have to take a quick break and we'll come back because obviously you've. So speaking of your business degree that you were
the hustle
you've got a bit of a side hustle. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back to have a chat about that. Rightio, we're here with Tom Vodanovich. He's a former tall black, currently in the Tuatara. Now you've got in front of you what I can only describe as a basketball hoop attached to a bottle.
Correct, it is.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
But it's like it's a miniature like I would say 15 centimetres by 10 centimetre backboard. You got a little hoop there. It's sitting over the top of a Foxton Fizz bottle.
Get at us, Foxton Fizz.
Foxton Fizz.
Yeah.
What have you got here? What's this all about?
Well, years ago, when you open up a bottle of Foxton Fizz or other
beverages, Export Ultras.
Yes, exactly, Export Ultras. The bottle tops, where do they end up? We used to throw them at each other's beer bottles.
We sort of flick them,
You sort of bend them in half, showing immense strength to impress people.
Yeah, betting on it and
I used to have a mate who was a bit of a penis. He used to put them in his pocket so he could tell us how much piss he drunk in the morning.
Oh, what a legend!
Yeah.
No, but see, I just end up with a couple in my pocket in the morning and get in trouble. But so we thought, man, you throw all these beer bottles around, you got bottle tops everywhere, and you don't really know if they've hit, and you can't really, that hit, no, it didn't hit. So how cool would it be to have we loved basketball, me and my business partner, and we decided, man, why don't we try and figure out how we could develop something that is a basketball hoop for these bottle tops. Now, we did that and decided that it's actually really hard to sell something that's just for bottle tops. So we added some balls, and it's been a hit. We've got it out there. It's not a drinking game. It's a game to bring people together.
Of
and
course.
You can shoot around and play basketball in your
and if they happen to be drinking at the same time, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell people what they can and cannot do.
Oh, no, sure. You're not going to step into their lives.
No,
absolutely.
Foxton Fizz, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Export Gold.
See what you're doing here. I mean, look, it's a coincidence if people want to, play a game of basketball and put something on the line, whether it be money, whether it be food, or whether it be beverages.
Exactly. And we've had, it was marketed at first to the sort of middle-aged male, but now we've found out that kids, like shooting to see who does the dishes and shooting to see all these things, and it's just it's been wonderful and brought a lot of people together so far. But yeah, we've put some games with it. There's different some ideas of how you can play and what you can do. But yeah, we thought we'd customise one for you, lads.
Oh,
and
man,
see if you
chuck
guys,
us the ball. I'm going to go for a shot from here. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We'll immediately drop the ball.
That is not a great start. Okay.
I'm not going to get a Tuatara contract here, but I might just get this in.
If you manage to get this in,
this is huge.
This is huge.
Off the backboard, but it's exciting. And
I love how, Tom, I love the fact that you have come up with a stupid idea and seen it through to fruition. I fully respect that. That's pretty much how the ACC started.
It really is. A lot of people would talk this and be like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a little backboard you could put on a bottle and throw a ball in it? And you were like, you know what, let's get them made.
Do it. Yeah. So it's been a long process, obviously, heaps of prototypes, back and forth. We got a little company in America to help us bring our ideas to life, and it's here, and it's available in New Zealand now, heaps. Got heaps.
Yeah, where do you get them from?
bigshot.co.nz. It's ready to go. We've check out our Instagram page. We've got heaps of trick shot competitions and stuff going on. Lots of giveaways.
It strikes me as the sort of thing that you get on Christmas. There's always those toys you get on Christmas and you're sort of like, it just sort of chucks in there, and then by the end of the day, everyone's focusing on that one toy. Like the big ticket items have been pushed to the side.
The bikes are outside.
Exactly. Everyone just wants to throw things at things, and I definitely might snake one of these before you leave. So.
Sure, sweet as.
Excellent. So Big Shot, is it a bigshot.co.nz?
Correct.
And check out the Instagram. We might see if we can put some of the ACC branded ones on our shop. We can sell them for you if you want.
That'd be wicked, yeah.
Awesome. Here we go. A meeting of the minds right here.
That's
I feel like I'm in the Wolf of Wall Street.
I've got every guest who comes on the agenda, we ask them 22 and 2. It's 22 questions in 2 minutes.
Yep.
It's rapid fire. There's no judgment on any of the questions. You just move on quickly, and we'll always forget what you answered.
Sweet, perfect.
Apart from the fact that
it's recorded.
It's recorded and on a podcast.
Yeah, the judgment's not is from us. The people at home, we can't control them.
No.
So Tom Vodanovich, here's your 22 and 2. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Sex or drugs?
Sex.
Hard or fast?
Hard.
Would you rather wake up nude next to Shaquille O'Neal or Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley.
Thai or Indian?
Thai.
Eat out or dine in?
Eat out.
Freddie Mercury or Elton John?
Elton John.
Wet or dry?
Dry.
Cat or dogs?
Cat.
Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Pero Cameron, Dylan Boucher, Stephen Adams. Who's got the biggest downstairs?
Pero Cameron.
What basketball legend would you bring back from the dead?
Kobe.
If the ceremony to bring back Kobe resulted in you talking like Lisa Simpson for the rest of your life, would you still do it?
No. Sorry, Kobe.
Have you ever fired a gun?
Yes.
Have you ever killed anything bigger than an insect?
Yes.
What's the most famous person you've ever met?
Ooh. Russell Westbrook, probably, or Kevin
good.
Durant.
Oh, that's pretty good.
pretty big.
That is pretty big. If you had a reoccurring dream of a snowman killing himself with a hairdryer, would you be concerned?
Yes.
Okay. If you were offered a knighthood, would you accept it?
Yes.
What age do people say, oh, I've had a fall, instead of just falling over?
Well, I'm 31. I say that, I think, about my age.
Okay. Have you ever screamed at anyone, Google me, motherfucker?
Not word for word. Yeah, similar.
Sentiment remains.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. If you're going to get a statue made of yourself, where would you put it, and what pose would it be in? I've always used an example that Tim Southey's one was him nude, horseback, the horse rearing up, and he'd put it on the front lawn of Daniel Vittori's house just to remind him.
Okay.
Others went for more classical ones. A few of them were kind of humble ones that they would put on their own back lawn, or or a bust in their hallway.
I might put it on a little par 3, standing by the hole, pretending I've shot a hole in one, or something like that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, that's good. Nothing to do with your professional career.
No.
Well, it's still chance for golf. It's never too late, right? So.
Oh, very good. No, that's your 22 and 2. So
Wonderful.
There we go. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for sharing us with your product, your big shot. We'll get those up on Instagram as well, and put a link through to your site as well.
Wonderful.
Good on you for bringing that in. Good luck for the rest of the season. You are second on the table, just behind those Southland.
Correct.
What do they call themselves?
Sharks.
The Sharks.
What's the rallying call? I'm sort of thinking for the Tuatara, is it up the Tars, or is there a carry cry for the fans?
It's like a Tuatara, Tuatara,
Tuatara, Tuatara, Tuatara, Tuatara.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Sweet
Good
as.
luck.
Awesome.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Not a drinking game.
Not a drinking game. That's important.
It's a game that brings people together.
Yeah, and if those people happen to be drinking, I mean, anything can be a drinking game. A work meeting at the office when you're getting laid off, if you start sculling a bottle of Kahlua, it's a drinking game.
Yeah, that's right. And he just left the studio, did Tom, and he said, oh, God, hope Stephen Adams doesn't listen to this podcast, because the whole downstairs, Pero Cameron, Dylan Boucher, Stephen Adams, who's got the biggest downstairs? He said Pero Cameron.
I just can't believe that it isn't Stephen Adams.
Yeah.
Well,
it's an instinct thing, though. So obviously his instincts are Pero.
Yeah.
I mean, Pero Cameron.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, Stephen Adams
you wouldn't want Pero Cameron coming at you.
Stephen Adams is he must have 6 inches on Pero Cameron, and I'm not even talking about height.
Okay, time for yours, please, where you are part of the podcast. It's the microphone button on your iHeartRadio app. If you haven't left us one, go ahead, pop your cherry, just press the button, a little timer comes up, you record your message, it pops straight into our inbox, and we play it out. If you listen on Spotify or Apple or YouTube, you can just DM us with a voice memo. We'll play it out as well. But the first one of yours, please, is now. Yours, please.
Hey, fellas. As I was watching the Mighty Blues destroy the Maroons last night, I was thinking, do we, as Kiwis, get so behind State of Origin because it gives us the opportunity to cheer on some Aussies for a change? We really get behind the guys that normally punish us. Anyway, all right.
I guess we've got no skin in the game, really, which is quite a unique position to be in.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought of why you do support the team you do. I think it's because it's sort of the pinnacle of rugby league. So if you like rugby league, you're gonna watch it. You want to see the biggest names in the sport. And watching a game where you just don't care about who wins is a bit weird. So you find any reason to support a team. I know I support the Blues because when I was sort of 8 or 9, my dad's mate gave me his old Blues jersey that he used to paint the house. So one of my first rugby jerseys was a Blues jersey, and that's all you need.
My first overseas trip was to Sydney when I was 10.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's the only reason I support New South Wales.
And a lot of Queensland supporters just support Queensland because they went on a famous run, and these guys are cowards who can't support a team who loses, so they just support them because they like to support a winning team. And if you're a Queensland fan, you're basically a coward, is what I'm trying to say here.
Okay. But not that maybe you got on went on to Dream World when you were 12 and you just got an affiliation to Queensland?
No,
Half
no.
of New Zealand live in Queensland?
Just cowardice, really. They just only want to support winning teams. That's all they want is, I can only back a winning team. The same as Crusaders fans, bunch of cowards.
To answer the question, I think it's just watching a guilt-free game of rugby league.
100%.
And back in the day, it was great because it was so much biff. The kind of Mark Geyer era, the Wally Lewis era, Benny Elias, his face is falling off, they're throwing punches. It was a time.
Yeah, it definitely was. And it was so different to anything that was sort of happening here as well. So, I mean, if you contrast it to rugby union, which was still rough, it's so different, so separate. So it just gives you something else to hang your hat on.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Yours, please.
G'day, you bunch of fuckwits.
No.
Just thought, is it, the Monty Python film, The Meaning of Life? At the start of the film, the Irish Catholic family are pumping out kids and trying to feed numbers fucking 1 through 30. Is it time we turn the All Blacks and the Wires Catholic and the Mrs. Catholic so they can just start having unprotected fucking snoozy time and breeding the All Blacks and future Wires players? Thoughts?
Yep. I'm glad you recorded that.
Sounds like he's actually pumping one out at that exact moment, to be honest.
He's putting some civilizations down into the sewer system. We've talked about this eugenics program, and there's people doing some good work.
Well, Richie McCaw and Jimmy McCaw, famously the best.
Bernice Meni, Dion Nash.
Yeah.
You've got Sean Johnson and is it Kayla Johnson?
Kayla Cullen.
Yep.
Kayla Johnson, Cullen. I mean, Jeff Wilson,
Nadine.
And they got after it, and I mean, as we heard today, they're spitting out high performance athletes. So
Julie Coney and Jeremy Coney.
I don't think they had any kids though.
Oh,
I don't think.
No, it's a waste.
Some breasts.
Hey, come on, out of context. Out of context. So I think we do a pretty good job, but I can hear what they're saying in terms of it's your Stephen Adams.
Yeah, we should get Stephen Adams and Valerie Adams.
Well, it's a small issue, There's a small issue there.
Okay, Stephen, of course. I should have realised when I said the same name twice. Stephen Adams and Valerie, no, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Who's it? Beatrice Fungwina, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Okay, Queen Bee. Queen Bee.
We've got to rule out incest. We have to.
No, you can't.
Although, I mean, maybe that's the secret. Maybe we sort of get no,
I don't know. I just think that genetic wise, you're gonna, one out of 3 or 4 might not work out.
Yeah, but the one that does, and they sort of mutate positively. I mean, that's how we breed a superhuman. We sort of breed an incest love child that is the captain of the All Blacks.
Well, of course, we've got Nathan Smith and Mealy Kerr currently courting.
Yeah, that's not bad, and that's.
So I think we do a pretty good job naturally. But there's no forced eugenics here going on. So
that's what we need to implement. I think we need to sort of get a government sort of run a program and force athletes to perform at a high level. I mean, where they're doing it. They're doing this in China. They're doing this in Russia.
I feel like they're doing it in South Africa.
Yeah, I think they might just be doing something else there.
Yeah,
that spurts out the end of a needle.
Jonah Lomu. It's a shame that he passed early, wasn't it? Because he would have had the perfect genes to spread around. He's got a couple of boys.
He does have a couple of kids floating around there. I think that's the am I right in saying that Richie and Jimmy McCord have only daughters?
I think I'm not sure because Dan Carter's got 4 boys.
Yeah, I mean that's and Dan and Honor. I mean that's
that's another one as well. Yeah, there you go. That's another couple.
I mean, and you'd have to imagine they must be freaks.
Yeah,
playing field hockey and
imagine coming up against one of the Carters. You're like,
I always think that when you see. I mean, we've kind of got it coming through the next round, but it might not be both parents. But Peyton Spencer playing for the Blues. I mean, in my lifetime, we're getting the first sons of that are coming through, and it can only be one parent, and they can still be an All Black with Caleb Clark. So imagine the potential.
Do we do the arranged thing now? Just have Dan and Richie's kids lock in for weddings.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. If they've got
an arranged marriage, we marry them off.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, they're doing it naturally anyway. They are doing it because I think Sam Whitelock's married to a black stick as well.
Yeah.
A former black stick.
Well, I guess they just sort of understand the pressures and what it takes to be an athlete and running around. They're getting out there all the time, and they're saying, I'm training every morning, and they go, yeah, I know what that's like, so I understand it. Where someone who's not in the world would go, what are you doing? Can
you come home at some stage?
Can you please come and see your family? Go, no, I've got to make a golf Instagram page. So I'm not away enough.
That is so true. Geordie Barrett's going to be, as soon as he retires, he's going to be travelling the world playing golf.
Yeah.
Oh, he's nailed it, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's not a bad. I guess you're away so much. You may as well have a good hobby like golf. Otherwise, you're probably going to get up to some actual mischief.
Righto, next one.
Why do they sell fucking air horns at the ground in Guyana? Makes it really distracting when I'm pretending to work from home.
Well, they probably don't sell them. People just probably bring them, I'd say.
Yeah, I imagine there's a loose security. I don't know if Red Badge is running the tightest ship in Guyana.
Oh, my God. No, I went to a World Cup final in Barbados. Nothing, a $20 US note can't get you anywhere. Like, we went to the course. We got kicked out of corporate hospitality 4 times, and we just kept paying the guy $20 going in and drinking as many beers as we could, sat down for a meal, then got the tap on the shoulder. Get out of here, guys.
Were you booked or did you just walk in?
No, I just walked in.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, so you can pretty much get away with anything. We walked through the kitchen one stage and just gave the chef a $20 note. Just
nice.
Went through the kitchen. So, yeah, I mean, it's fairly relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take an air horn in, so be it. It's probably the least of the worries.
Have you seen in the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, at halftime they have a competition and you win a barrel of rum.
Oh,
not like a little kind of miniature Carlsberg keg.
Yeah, like a full size.
They give you a pump trolley and you kick it up and you walk off the field back up onto the hill with your barrel of rum.
And then you get to sort of
do what you want
cork
with
it right there.
Do what you want with it with your Mount Gay rum.
Yeah, it's actually a bit of an imposition, if anything. Afterwards, you go, hey, guys, I know you're going to the pub, but I've got a barrel of rum.
I need to get rid of.
Yeah, I've got to maybe put this in the car or do something with it. You're not going to throw it away. I mean, is it aged, do you wonder?
Oh, I'm sure it would be. I'm sure it's ready to go. I mean, maybe it's just a prop. Maybe they'll deliver it to you later.
It's one of those ones when you get the equivalent. You know, when someone's like,
yeah,
you're going to win pies for a year, and you go, you get the equivalent of 1 pie a week for a year, so we'll give you 50 pies, but they only come in a box of 10, so we'll give you 50.
Yeah.
Which is still not bad, but
yeah, but it is a letdown.
Yeah,
if you want a year, it should be one every day.
100%. I want 365 days and maybe 2 for the weekends.
Yeah. Next one, yours, please. Oh, that's it. That's a bit of a long one here. Thanks to Tom for coming in.
Bit of a long one. Was that Tom you talking about?
Yeah. Well, he certainly thinks that Pierre Cameron's got one. Yeah. But we're going to give away one of his big shots. Not a drinking game. So have a look out on our Instagram this week, and we'll give you a chance to take one of those home. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.
Beautiful.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.